Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. I'm going to be doing some more work on my Vintage Days journals, but I just wanted to give a shout out as a thank you to my friend Carol, and that's Carol Rigby. So Carol, if you're watching, thank you. She's gifted me this beautiful journal. It's one that I've admired when she's been showing it. It's a Bali themed journal. Carol doesn't have YouTube, but she does have Instagram and she has an Etsy shop, and her journals are just beautiful. I can't remember the kits that she used, but I will try. I don't know how you link it, Instagram, but I'll put the name that she goes under on Instagram so that you can have a look at her posts. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful journal, and I love it. And I just wanted to say thank you. So thank you, Carol. It'll go on my shelf. Well, I've got a shelf of journals that I have, and I go back and look at them and I refer to them for different things because I like to see how other people make their journals. Oops, pull that thread. Okay, so where am I at with this? You'll be pleased to know that signature number 1 is done. I'm done with it. So I'm going to be working on signature number 2 in both journals. So let's just put those to one side. I know I'm going to get mixed up with these. I'll do one at a time. How's that? That'll probably work out better, won't it? Okay. So this goes in that journal, I think. It does now. So this one, I don't think I've done anything with. Oh, I did. I did a flip, so I know which one this goes in. Yes, I've got the right one. So I did a flip on that already. So this one, it has the same number of pages in as the first signature that I did. I'm just thinking, what do I want to do with this? I've put a pocket just there. Do you know what I think I'd like to do is make it still a flip so that this can be written on, but maybe put a pocket on here. Is what I'm thinking. So what have I got? That would be nice, but I don't think it's going to be. Well, that could. How wide do I want a pocket to be? That's the thing. If I only want it to be a narrow pocket, that could go on there. Because I want it to fold, but I think I want a wider piece of paper. Okay. What's it going next to? The blues might be nice. So it would be that way, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm going to use this one. Decision made. Try not to think too much about it. Now, I know that the pages are 4.5 inches high, so I think what I'm going to want to do is 4.5. So if I do it about 5.25, I'm just trying to think what images I want to see in here. So I'm going to do it a little bit higher than that. Don't really know what I'm doing at the minute, but that can be used for something. And put that away. So 4.5, if I do it 5.25, that gives me enough room to do like folds and things, doesn't it? And I can use that as well. Now let's use that scoreboard. It is a big one, but let's go for it. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. So I'm going to make this into a pocket, and so I'm going to turn over that edge bit there. So that will go on there like that. And then I think that I'm going to fold it kind of on that natural line there that goes with the natural line. What am I talking about? It's the part of the pattern where the pattern changes. And then I am not going to fold it on the other side. So let's just cut that bit off. So I've not got quite as much paper. I'm trying to think on my feet again here, folks, as to how I want it to be. Okay, so that's going to be my basic pocket on there that will flip out. Oh, and that's great because you're going to see that on the back, so that's perfect. And then it's not quite level at the bottom. Not surprised, that's probably my either wonky cutting or wonky folding. And then I want to fold over the top and the bottom, so that I think I want to fold over the top and the bottom anyway. So I'm going to fold at the top. I'll do it there. And then at the bottom, so I want it to be no more than 4.5. I'm going to fold it there, which gives me 4.5. So I'm going to fold it a bit more at the top. So I'm going to do it at 4.25. I don't want it to be the full height of the flip, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's better. I'm happy with that. And so what I need to do is cut the extra bits off that we don't need. Scissors, surgical procedure. We'll cut that one off. We'll cut that. I don't need both of these. I don't need that bit because that's going to go on there like that. That's going to fold in. And so I'm going to cut this back one off. Okay. I don't need all of it at the top. So I'll cut that off. And I'm going to snip the bit in the middle. Okay. That'll make a nice tag actually. So what have I got now? That will fold over and strengthen it at the top. That will fold over and strengthen it at the top. They will be the bottom and side. So it's going to go on there like that. So it will still flip out and that will still join on there. Yep, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Right, I'm going to glue the top bits first. Glue them down. I know, I so regret putting 7 signatures in this, you know. I feel I'm going to be here forever. Trying to think what I can do. Right, I think what I'm going to do first is glue that down and then I can put that on like that. I think I'm going to do a notch in there so you can see what I put in. Again, I think this kit is from, and I think this is one of Andrea's freebies, and her freebies, or the ones that she has on a Ko-fi, or it could be the blue collage kit or the blue taster kit. I'm honestly not sure. I've got all my kit papers mixed up. So I'm just trying to work out if I put that there like that, that's going to be on there. I need to make sure that this can stick on the front and that that's not going to get stuck in that fold. That's what I'm trying to figure out very, very messily. So I think I'll do it about there. It will be about right. So I'm going to put some glue down the edge. And I'm going to put glue on this edge. Like that. Ah. So that back bit isn't the pocket because I've stuck it on. I might need to add a little bit of extra glue. Trying to think on your feet isn't always easy, is it? So that is stuck down at the back. Okay. I might wish that I'd snipped those corners just a little. And then the pocket will really be at the front, so because this bit's stuck down. Does that make sense? It did in my head. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And then all I'm going to do is fold these up like so. It goes that way, doesn't it? And then stick it on here. And then I should have a nice pocket. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I'm gonna, oopsie, put glue everywhere. Glue on there. Glue on there. Fold it over. So that should be a pocket now. Let's just get one of these tags and see. And it is. Look at that. It is a pocket. Yay. Success. So that's all pocket at the front, but not at the back, if that makes sense to you. I hope it does. And I love that I got that image on it. And that goes with that blue. So I'm happy with that. And again, I'll go through and put something in the pockets. I'm not going to show you everything, else you'll have no surprise at the end, will you? And I'm just looking, I can see in these Tim Holtzy people, I can see this geezer. And I think he is Mr. C. Mitchell. And I think, and he's a Grand Distillery, so he's producing some sort of alcohol, bless him. So he's going to go on there. And that's his business. Does he want anything else around him? I'm not sure that he does, because it's got lots of information on there. So he's going to stick on there. So his name is Mr. C. Mitchell. Purveyor of, it says Falkirk, which is Scotland, so I think he's a purveyor, unless it's in America, of course, but in the UK, in Scotland, the distilleries are whiskey. So I'm going to, it does say photographer there, but I'm going to say that he's making whiskey. He's not a photographer. There. He can be a photographer if you like. There we go. So I like that. I like that on there. That's going to flip out. I could put I can't think of the word. One of these, a tab on there, so that it shows that that will pull out. Make it easier for it to pull out, wouldn't it? Wrong blue. Don't want yellow, although it does go with that. I like that one. So I am going to stick that. Sometimes when you put tabs on a pocket, it makes it a little bit hard to fit things in, but I think that's probably just I think that's probably just me. So how are you all doing? I hope you're all okay. This might be the last kind of video that I do crafting this until I do the flip through, only because I think I said to you in my last video that my mum's going in hospital to have her knee replacement. So by the time this goes out, it'll probably be the week. I'm doing this on a Tuesday, but it's not going out till later in the week or the following week. And she's got a pre-op assessment, and she's got to go in hospital, and I'm having her dog for her. And unfortunately, her dog's been diagnosed with well, it's got a brain tumour basically, a little dog. So my mum's very worried about a dog. She's more worried about her dog than she is her operation, which I can, being a dog owner, I can understand. So yeah, that's fine. So she is worried about that. So I'm trying to manage my mum as well. So I will do what videos I can as and when I can, but I'm sure that you understand that sometimes kind of life gets takes preference, doesn't it? Just looking if I've got anything that springs to mind that I can put in here. I'm just seeing I've got one of Andrea's postcards there, and that might go in there. Needs some work doing on it and a little bit of collaging, but I'm going to put that in there as a reminder that that's what's going in there. I don't think I want anything on that. I've put this flip on here, so this was a flip out, and I've just strengthened that to make it a pocket, and then put this paper over the top. So I think that can be okay there. I think I might look at what I could put in the back. So I've put a little snip on there. I'm just looking, I've got this left over, and I think I might like that as a pocket on the back there. I just think the blues go nicely. I'm going to fold it there as well. Yep, that can go there. I think the blues just go nicely together, don't they? So that's going to be a nice pocket just there. Let's fold that up. Take off the extras. So what are you all working on? Have you all had your school holidays? Yeah, I've got the kids as well, school holidays. So I've got various days where I'm looking after either 1, 2 or 3. That can be a nice big pocket there. That looks lovely. I want to just reinforce that top edge. And that looks perfect size. I was just going to ask if anybody could see my ruler, but then I could just see it out the corner of my eye. So I'm looking forward to having the grandkids. It's always nice, and I like it if I get all 3 together. So 2 of them there's about 8 months between them, maybe a bit less, 7 or 8 months. So they play. They're both 9, so they're boy and a girl, so they get on really well together when they're together. They get a bit daft at times, but don't all kids. I don't want to put a snip in there because I don't want to get rid of that. I don't want it to disappear. And then little Louis, our little Louis, he's going to be 2 in September, so 1st of September. So he needs a little bit of entertaining, but actually if the weather's nice, he's quite happy to potter around the garden and help me in the garden. And Grandad makes slides for the cars out of bits of drain pipe and goodness knows what, so he's quite happy in the garden. So grandkids and my mum, it's August is an odd month for me, and it seems so long. Oh, and we're going away for a week in August. Hopefully my mum will go to my sister's. Oh, I like that. So we're going to the Lake District. We like to walk, so we're going to the Lake District. Pocket there. And I've just realised this paper is the same that I've used there. It's the black and white version, or the tone-on-tone version. So I don't know if you can see, look. So I'm glad that I've used that there as well. So that's that flip there. So what would I want to do? I don't want to lose that bit really. I don't think if I put another flip, a flip out on there, it would disappear, wouldn't it? I wonder if I would want to put something behind it to kind of strengthen it. I don't think I would, so I don't know what I want to do there just yet, so I'm not going to do anything. That's nice writing paper, that's nice. what was I thinking here? It looks as if I'm thinking that that could be a tuck both sides. That could actually flip out. Just because I've put that on there doesn't mean that's the piece of paper that'll get used. Do you know what I mean? It's just wondering if I've got anything that's printed on both sides. I have some that are double-sided, I think, somewhere. These are double-sided. Oh, that's rather pretty, isn't it? So what am I thinking? I don't really know. These are the one of Andrea's wallpapers. So let me think. 4.5. So let's start by cutting a piece that's 4.5. That should be a good starting point, shouldn't it? Let's take that bottom off. It could be that when I've done this I don't like it, but then it might go somewhere else. Right, I think the paper goes that way. So if you can hear a noise, it sounds like hubby's hoovering downstairs, bless him. He does much better job than me, you know. Much better job. So that would go over as a pocket. So that would be a tuck pocket on there. And I like that. So that's going to be a tuck pocket there. And then this could be a fold out. Couldn't it? Let's just take that extra bit off there. And I think I want to take a little bit off, take it off the bottom, I think, because I don't want it to cover or, you know, complete. I don't want it to hang over is what I'm trying to say. Can't get my words out, can I? So I'm just going to cut that little bit off. And then, so that would go over there and be a pocket on that side. And then on this side, it could be a nice pull out so that you can, you know, put things on and you've still got this. So where would I fold it? I'd probably fold it about there. And then there. And put a tab on it so it lifts. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do, folks. So let's cut a snip in here. So I remember then I've got a pocket to... I never get them central. I don't know why I'm even trying. Is that right? Yeah. I'd like it to be kind of top and bottom. There we go. So if I want it to be a pocket, I want to make sure that it's stuck along this edge. And then seal it at the top and at the bottom. And that will make a nice pocket on there without me getting glue everywhere. There we go. Oops, so that's on there. That's the middle page, isn't it? So that will be there. So that can be a pull out. I like that. I could put some washi or something down there, but actually that's stuck down nicely. That's not going to go anywhere. And, you know, you could still write on here. You could put a piece of paper on it. You know, you can do, the world's your oyster, isn't it? You can do anything with these. I think sometimes the pages, when we make a journal, when I make a journal for somebody else, I'm hopefully giving them some inspiration as to how they could use it. It's not for me to decide how the journal could be used. So, I mean, with here, you can put images on it. You could put paper on it and write on it. You could clip something to it. But if I do it there as a flip, it might give somebody that little bit of inspiration as to what they want to use it for. So I'm going to put a tab. Just stopping, thinking there, because I usually would put a tab on it, but I'm thinking that I might like to put a different tab on it. Like that. And I think that, sorry, can you see? Now I'm just wondering if I've used that image. Yes, I have. So I don't want to use that one in this journal. I've already used it once. She looks rather nice, doesn't she? I like her. I like that lady. So she's going to be on there, and she's going to be the pull out, the tab. Because I think that just adds a little bit of difference. And I think she's walking in these gardens and smelling these flowers. So the way that I do this is I've just got some card here that I've been using. So it's a piece of leftover from something, can't remember what. But I would glue that on there, and then it will go on there. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's level it up. I think the children have just about all broken up from school now. I think they were at school for a couple of days this week. All the schools in the UK, they don't break up at the same times. They break up at different times, and it must be so difficult if you've got children at school and they're all breaking up at different times, you know, especially if you're a working parent. So that edge, I've just run a bit of glue down just to hold the back and the front together. And then what I will do is just slip it over there and add the glue. And I like that very much. I want to lower it so that little flower is showing. The bit I don't like is you get the teenagers roaming the streets during the school holidays. It's not as if there's nothing for them to do. We have a good leisure centre here. You've got playing fields, you know, we've got all sorts, but they seem to like to roam the streets and make a lot of noise about nothing. Flexing the muscles, my husband says. There. So I like that very much. And I think what I'll do with both of these journals is I will include bits and snips that I've got left over from when I've made it, so that whoever gets them or whoever wants them will have the same papers that they can continue to decorate it throughout, if that makes sense. I like that very much. And then I don't really want to put anything here, but I might clip something on. Or actually I might even put one of those on there and have it as can still be a tuck. So I think I might put that on that side. Do I want to thread anything through there? I may well want to, mightn't I? I need to make a hole or put some fabric or something through it. And then that can go on there. Yep, so that's going to go on there. So I'll remember that. I've put that on there, and that's a pull out. I may decorate these bits the same that I did before with some of the Tim Holtz tissue paper. So that's where I'm at. I'll carry on, I think, doing this. Shall we do one more pocket on the other one? That's going in that one, isn't it? Put that one there. Let's have a look. So this is the one I'm doing in here. So if I was going to make the same sort of pocket on here, different colours, look, so I want something different. I know that this is the paper from the kit. I'm just wondering actually that one, this one, I've not used it. Here we go. I don't need to take the top off, do I? So what did we say? 5 1/4. That goes there. No, I would like that bit. Okay, trying to think which way around I want this piece of paper, and I wasn't going to use this bit, so let's have a look. That bit I'm going to cut straight off. So if I put the fold in there, okay, you know when you think you know what you're doing, so I'm going to fold it there. I'm just going to cut it. I'm just going to do it. But then that still gives me, that would make a lovely pocket, wouldn't it, with that at the top. And so would that. So I've got a couple of pockets there that I can use. So I don't need this bit on here because this is the bit that's going to get folded under. Okay, that makes more sense to me now. So that's going to get folded under. I've not had such a big scoreboard before. I'm not quite sure how to how to handle it. So I'm going to score that. If I do it there. This one I think might end up being a bigger pocket than the other, but as I said, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it there. Decision made. So I'm going to score that there. Which means I'm going to cut that off down there. Giving myself enough to turn over. And actually that would make a nice journal card. And I'm going to need to make tags and things to go in this, aren't I? So let's have a look. What am I doing? Who knows? So that is going to go on there like that. I like that very much. I like that very much. I would like to keep that bit at the bottom because I think it's pretty. So I'm going to score it at about there. And that's just because I like that bit at the bottom. Cut that bit off, as we did on the other one. And I don't need that bit, do I? Okay. And then I don't want such a big fold down at the top. This is actually thicker paper, so you know what? I don't think I'm going to fold it down at the top. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that bit off. Sorry folks, I'm thinking. I'm going to cut that bit off. So that's going to go on there like that. I'll put it right down at the bottom, I think. So I'm going to snip that top corner. I'm going to put a snip I'm going to put a bit of that across it. That's what I'm going to do. That will be just fine. Right, decision made. Oh, I don't know if I've been on screen for you. Shout at me if I haven't. Oh no, I am. Put that the right way up. So that's going to go there at the front. Because that's the front, isn't it? And then I will put a piece at the back because if I put the notch in, you'll see it. I just don't like to see the white. Oopsie daisy, glue everywhere. So I'm going to put that there like that. I know you're not supposed to do a snip while your glue's wet, but that worked okay. So again, that needs to glue there, and then that will glue on there. I'm going to put that as low down as I can at the bottom. Am I still on screen? I think I am. So I'm going to glue, because again I want to glue this back bit to the flap. And again I might need to add a bit more. Fine. So that's attached and that's attached. Just double check. Yep. And then I'm going to attach this bit. Oop, wrong way round. I do like that. So you've still got all this to write on. Just make sure I've not closed my pocket up, look. So I've still got my pocket. and it's next to that, and I think that looks absolutely spot on. Have I got I'd like a lady, or actually I might like, I like them. I do like them on there. So that's where they are going to go. They are going to go on there. They have a home. Just checking there's not an extra push out. No, there's not. So I don't know how you would have decorated these. And each of these, they will be different, won't they? Let me know if you like how I'm doing it. I'd love to know. There we go. I'm really happy with that. Love it. Love that. So that's going to have something in there. And it's next to this that I love. And again, I'll look for something a bit bigger. So I like that in there because of the colours. So I'll have a look. I'll have a look if I want that or if I want something else. So I hope you like what I'm doing. I hope you come back and see me next time. It may well be the flip through. I just don't know right now. But I do appreciate your time as always, and take care, and I will see you soon. Bye all. Bye.